Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are here with the final week of Valorant of the ECAC Spring 2025 season, and we got a third place match coming up between John Jay College and I believe Brooklyn College. Is that correct? Um, Either way, yeah,
Yes.
Brooklyn College. So we got the dogs versus the dogs here, the Bloodhounds versus, I believe, the Bulldogs. So this will be a very, very fun one. We're in Division A. Everything else is already wrapped up. I'm even surprised that we're here doing this match now, but regardless, should be exciting. I believe we are going a full best of five, and we're starting off this best of five on Haven. And we're already in Agent Select. Seeing some interesting decisions here on the side of John Jay with the Clove being locked in. But otherwise, it's, yeah, also a double Sentinel with the Cypher and the Chamber. So this will be a fun one for them. Anything you're seeing of note, Wes? Been a few weeks. I missed your analysis. Gotta see what you got.
Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty in my time off, but yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting choice here to choose Chamber. I mean, you have sites where he can be pretty useful looking down C main, even A main, honestly, if you have the right sort of angle and he's good known for opping. I mean, with his ult, I feel that C is pretty much drawn off then at that point. Once you hear that ultimate line, you got to pull back from C.
Yeah, these three site maps having that operator just covering one long angle creates so much, I guess, freedom for your defense because it allows you to just be more flexible on what you can do on the other side of the map on different sites. I mean, the whole point of Haven is to try to find that weak site, and just having two agents and can hold that op, the Jet and the Chamber can make that a lot harder to do. Still, though, I'm interested to see what the Clove brings. Omen's usually the pick here, just because the teleport is nice for getting cross map fast with tricky TP plays, or the near site is good for retake and site execution as well. So in combination with that breach can be very powerful. I don't know what the Clove really does. It seems like a very, very aggressive comp in general. Uh, People
Yeah.
call, I mean, Chamber is a sentinel, quote unquote, but he operates very heavily like a duelist. So you almost have a triple duelist setup if you think about it on the side of John Jay. Uh, but you know what? Maybe that'll work out for them. They'll be aggressive, take space, and just hold angles with these agents that can threaten using those operators and rifles effectively.
Yeah. I mean, a little weak on the smokes, as you were saying. Like, clove smokes don't don't do the same as omen smokes. You can't get across the map as fast. But I guess that does cover with both Jet and Cypher here, having cages and also the small smokes that Jet has.
Notably, no Yoru, the duelist that's been kind of terrorizing the meta as of late, which I mean, a little bit refreshing. Get Jet back on her old stomping grounds. We saw Neon run this map for a little bit, and Yoru as well. Here's the shock dart coming in towards C Long, trying to destroy that front side trip, but no trip to be found. Regardless, Tropic's gonna be under a lot of pressure as here comes the execute going through. Tropic trying to jump over the box and just get something done here. Eventually taken out by Samwat, but not before. Down
A fine death.
Silent Spring in. Okay. Vita Soy just goes through backside with a vengeance. Some powerful right clicks. But Jakey with two good headshots with that Sheriff makes things close. But everything's covered at the end of the day. And it will be John Jay taking the pistol.
Yeah, a little bit
Or,
of
sorry,
a
not John Jay. My bad. But Brooklyn. But yeah, sorry. We're getting into
yeah,
things.
yeah, just starting out. It's still early in the night. Yeah, a bit of a messy start here, but overall, I mean, Brooklyn kind of seems to know what they're doing. Pushing on there, getting there, knowing what site to go on with the minimal defense. Despite having two Sentinels, wasn't able to hold down. I mean, both Sentinels kind of held their footing, but wasn't enough to follow through on.
Well, it's like John Jay trying to get a little bit proactive, go aggressive through grass, and get this flank behind. It's going to be up to the Cypher side of Brooklyn to hold this flood through the flank. Look like they're entirely aware of what's happening. Just a little bit of lull in the action. They're going to go back, try to retake through CT and Garage. It's being watched. So shots taken, flash goes through, but but he's still holding positions. Playing very tucked, very safe. And it may just be everybody just deciding to maybe just die to the spike, but here comes the push through the smoke. It's Muddy with 3. Prevent everything going forward. It's only Tropic left, but what can he do? And it's gonna be time running out. Noodle clutching it out once more.
Yeah,
A
I mean,
lot of damage. A lot of damage. No rifles able to be carried through.
yeah. I mean, overall, it's not the worst save kind of bio save round that you have here. You know, for John Jay, you lost that first round. You want to try to get rid of as many guns as you can on that next round, and they did a pretty good job of that. You know, only 1 left standing, but still, you know, down by 2, not where you want to be. It's still very early. Can go either way. Brooklyn played very well, keeping tucked in and not taking in unnecessary risks and peeking.
Sepa holding things down with the outlaw, but just doesn't hit the first shot. And Vitasoy actually finds the pick from mid window. Too many rifle down. It's also going to cause maybe start moving over towards A. Smokes come out. Players ready to fly forward, but there's Cypher trips all over the site. Cam goes down. It's straight into the trip they go, and Tropic from Heaven gonna slam that one down to take Silent Spring out. Finally destroyed. Not before damage is done. It's 4v3 on this retake as Spike goes down.
Spike planted.
Right here. Enemy mark, right here.
Prone, tagging up the player from wide, but here comes a rolling thunder. He takes out T. It's just a 1-for-1 at the 2v2. That roll comes through. Shots are being taken, but positions are noted.
Last player standing.
And Money
One enemy remaining.
holding it down. It's down to the 1v1. The spray isn't pretty. The crosshair finally settles, and Flupa able to find it. Dangerous round here. Very scary. But at the end of the day, John Jay get the result they want. Able to get around on the board.
Yeah, I think that was pretty solid. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched thus far. We can see why they're kind of coming together here on this final game of the season. I mean, the Sentinel defense here by Cypher, by Tropic here, knows what he's doing. He understands this site and understands this map, and definitely knows what he's doing here. Able to put those trips exactly where they needed to be and catch them off guard, even when they knew they were on there.
Really contacting by Raikou, and Simwat is the one who goes down. Dart used, drone coming through as well, but at this point, it's only 3 members left standing as Flupa finds another early pick. Oh my gosh, Noodle actually just gets taken out in the crossfire. They were trying to go for Flupa as he was tagged up with the drone. Just lets his teammate die. And suddenly we're back even numbers. Vitasoy might find another. Oh, it's a disaster. Flupa has to hold strong. He's stunned up backside. Chamber rotating as fast as possible. Finally back to a 2v2. Needle just trying to cause some chaos. Key players stuck here as the rotate for Muddy. Already long underway. Couple of moments, players will realize, but this spike is going to go down on C for free. Gonna be a 2v2 on the retake. This run suddenly so tense. It started off so well for John Jay. They just got 2 kills for free, it seemed. Brooklyn able to fight back. Dark goes at the front sight. Both players positioning long. Stun being held. Hunter's Fury going out. Doesn't tag anyone. The stick is trying to go through. They note both players, but with time ticking down. And the flash out. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It's going to be a clutch from Muddy. It's 2 kills there, and he's off to a roaring start. You're 10-2 already. Just 4 rounds of this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Brooklyn seemed to be in a very tight spot at the beginning there. You know, those, as you said, 2 kills for basically free at the beginning and able to bring it back. I mean, the full map rotate was a little bit risky, especially both of them going back to main and kind of holding it there, but able to really pull it out together and play off each other's util. Very good.
Now it's going to be John Jay kind of asking some questions of themselves, seeing what they can do to get back into things. Jakey tried to take a very aggressive position down long. Reposition up towards the box. Got some damage down, but life is lost. We'll be able to trade things out, though.
Spike planted.
Still a 4v4. Trip taken out by the Sova Dart.
Enemy mark.
Drone gets some info as well, but all players already positioned down long. That's where not having this breach can cause some issues. It's very hard to get people off these positions.
Nowhere to run.
And here comes the Hunter's Fury the other way. We'll note that nobody's on Spike, but it will get some damage.
Out of charge.
Lufa lit up, and T taken down. Spam coming through on the Spike. It's the classic taken out. It's just Raikou left standing, trying to stick, but time is gone. Time is
Last player standing.
so very gone. And it's another win off the post line on C.
Yeah, John Jay seems to have a bit of trouble here once the spike goes down. They really can't seem to get Brooklyn's number when it comes to playing post plant. Once that spike is down, they're seemingly not able to get the positioning or be able to be in a place where they can defuse the spike. Brooklyn's post plant positions and their strategies seem to really understand what John Jay is trying to do, and they're just not able to combat it yet.
Let's talk about the initiator util. I mean, you only have the Sova and the Dart and Shocks, and the drone helps, but it's not the same as having that Omen flash and the breach stun and flash, and you can see that it's causing so many problems, especially when they are playing these retakes. I don't think this comp has the luxury of being able to play retake, which is the common strategy on Haven. I think they have to be a little bit more willing to fight to keep site control. But regardless, Spike goes down once more. Same lot TPing the backside. You can see the high-low played on logs. A lot of fire going through, but nobody out of CT yet. It's so hard for them to do so. It's just the dry swing trade. And Muddy gets 2 before being taken down. It's a 2v2.
Last player standing.
Players still front sight, and they just have no information whatsoever. And with that clean shot to wrap things up, it's another on the board. And it's the C long, or just C in general, causing so many problems for John Jay, as they cannot seem to figure out how to prevent Spike from going down or how to play retake once the Spike is down.
100%, yeah. I think it really just is. They're unable to have this retake, and I think you're right. They need to be a bit more aggressive on keeping site control in the first place. You know, you tend to pull back on Haven and try to get more of your team on site, as there are 3 sites, and you can't cover them all as you can on a 2-site map. But they need to really hold onto site now.
Oh, the timing is beautiful from Raikou, just peeking that garage, knowing the drone was coming through. Silent Spring getting down because of it. A little cheeky play to start the round. It's kind of what they need to get momentum back in their favor. Economy's hurting. See, it's just sheriffs, shorties, and their other bits and bobs. Gonna cause a pause to come out for Brooklyn. We're looking towards C once again, but now maybe thinking that this recontest in the garage may be good, or head towards B, but it's again Raikou sitting right here next to the trip. And most likely won't be spotted by this dart either. Oh, but the near side comes through, but the trip finds so much value in the shorty. Gets 3 kills of the round. It's a disaster.
Last player standing.
It's just Muddy's left standing.
30 seconds.
His rifle's recovered, and it's not much that he can do as all 3 players swing and gun him down. thrifty round coming out from John Jay, and it's a break they so very much needed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I noticed during that game. Despite having them, they won that one. They did pull back on C again. Once they saw a player coming down long, kind of hit them, they pulled back once again. However, it did end up being the right read, right choice, as the other team, as Brooklyn, kind of just made it into the middle, and everything fell apart there. They read that one right, but they are giving up sights though.
Yeah, we'll see how that changes things. But now we do have the operators in hand, and I think this is where we'll start to find some success on defense. As Raikou finds the first spot, Shaky with the second. Kind of see where the ideas were early on with this composition. You just lock down these sites with these operators.
Right there.
And force them onto the stack site, which is A in this case. It's a eco round anyways for Brooklyn. A little whiffage from Flupa, but they still have numbers advantage. Should be okay. Noodles on 5 health. I mean, there's no way you clear this left angle. Here's the swing, and there's the kill.
One enemy remaining.
And the rest of the info will be gained. It's just Muddy once more. Taken out. So there you go. Okay. Maybe the whole time, comp is great to hold on defense. You just needed to wait till round 8, and you had 2 operators in hands, and then it works out.
Yeah. I mean, guns advantage is always a thing. You really have to, but if you're depending on having an operator at all times, it gets pretty risky when it comes to economy there. But I mean, worked out for them in this round, and both Jet and Chamber were really able to use those operators to their fullest advantage and gain them numbers advantage really early on.
Now I'm curious, with the sequel buy and the initiator utility being so strong, what happens when they do flood into B? It's T taking out Silent Swing first, but there you go. The Cypher utility is just lighting everyone up, and everyone is going down. It's the wrong read from Brooklyn. This B site was stacked, and T gets 4 in the round themselves. A big round out from them, and now you can see that there's questions being asked here of Brooklyn, as it's been a few rounds in a row now lost.
Yeah. I mean, again, they were able to. John Jay was really able to read that one and be able to all converge on B pretty fast there. Cypher util. I mean, when you're attacking on 2 sentinels, it gets pretty difficult, especially when you have those operators and you know that they have those operators at least somewhere. You get a little nervous to go down either A or C. So B really is that choice that you really want to get down as players, but you really have to ensure that the Cypher or that the Clove even isn't there, and they really didn't have enough information to sort of push in as they did.
I think the other interesting thing here is that it was a bit of conditioning done by Jakey that last round. He was playing on B in a pretty vulnerable position on top of that box. And so they wanted to exploit that. That's why they went in with the flood util, because I mean the operator can't do anything when there's 5 people flying in your face with stuns and flashes everywhere. But John Jay just again made the correct read, like you said. They knew that that was a weakness, so they just stacked the site. And it's up to Brooklyn to find the site that isn't being held by an operator, or is being held by an operator, and figure out how to exploit that, which is a bit of a weird one to say. And this time they're gonna go back to B, but again, the pressure's on from Bot Jake. He does find the first pick. The site has to be given up here. But with the eco, maybe not.
Player standing.
Already gets taken down. It's an operator shot through the box, and it's just Muddy left standing. Hearing the footsteps from Floop. Just can't hit the shot. Oof. Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have every protocol in the world for this. This double op setup is just
it's
working wonders.
Yeah, once they have the operators down, I mean, they haven't, since getting the ops, they really haven't lost a round yet. Seemingly able to figure out exactly what to do, and as soon as a player is spotted, they all seem to converge, and Brooklyn just isn't able to escape with their lives.
Yeah. Well, it's once more. Tops position. One on A. One really aggressive flanking through garage. Pinch is going to be nasty if they get it. Very forward position here. First shot lands from Jakey. So TP the hell out of there. This Rolling Thunder will clear the site. Jakey up towards heaven. Spike, he's about to go down, and this is where I'm concerned about how the retake will go. Jakey's taken down from heaven. It's a 4v4.
Cage triggered.
Never mind. Correct myself. T finds one, but for being traded, the ult comes through. Nothing happening. Silent Spring is taken out. T stays alive, and here you go. It's just Muddy. Once again left standing. But the retake better this time around. They had the pressure on the flank. They had pressure from heaven and allowed the players from CT to come through. So I think this is 5 rounds in a row now for John Jay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, they know what their comp is. They know what their comp can do, and I guess it just takes some time to get there. You know, when it comes to the economy, operators are very expensive, and sometimes it takes a little while to get there, I guess. And it's kind of crazy how the tables turned here a little bit. It just seems almost impossible to have such a difference be made based on gun advantage, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that we were talking about is that C long and C in general was really exploitable. It get an op in hand, and that changes things. But this is just an outlaw, and they're gonna put a fat smoke in the front of sight to prevent this outlaw from really doing anything. But also bought a Phantom, so you can just spam the smoke as you please. It seems like they have every single protocol covered here for these ideas. I really like what this defense is doing. It's very unorthodox, but it's just netting so much success. He's head through garage. Don't dare push that cage. I don't believe you. And it's still Samurott, or Samawat, my bad. Stuck in this cubby position. Jakey on B does find the kill. So again, a 2v5 numbers advantage. Okay, we're dashing forward. It's a shorty kill. Not even the person who dashed forward who got it. It was the Cypher. I don't know what's going on, but Muddy, probably not much longer for this world. They know exactly where he's at. He is taken down. It's a flawless round to wrap up the half. And John Jay come roaring back from what was a disastrous start.
Yeah, it's pretty much a little more than evened it up. They got ahead by 2, and I am curious, however, to see how this will play out on attack, though. I'm assuming they have a plan just the same. As you said, it's basically like having 3 duelists, depending on how you use the different agents, but I'm still just so curious if their defense plan was, you know, make sure you have enough money for an operator, buy 2 ops, and hold down a site, how their attack plan is going to go.
Yeah, I am curious as well. Again, the initiator util is lacking just a little. They only have Solo for info. They have no way to really break into site. And aggressive pushes like this might be hard to hold against. Cypher Trip does delay things for now. They're going to actually contest this pretty hard. He is really awkward, taken out by the Aftershock. Smokes are gone. Make this site take so much more difficult. Raikou has found some space through sewers on A, but this is where Cypher set up. I don't know if they know this. And Raikou will be seen very shortly if this cam is popped. No, it's just gonna be noise gained. Noodle
Tagged.
able to see everything and will take a good swing. Jakey on the lurk though does find one. So these players from CT have to go now. They're being crunched. Here comes the fight towards hell. Samawat good for the first. Tropic. All things from sewer. This retake smoke, making things awkward. is exactly what they needed. As there's 3 left standing on the side of Brooklyn. They win this pistol.
Not your day, is it? Out of charges.
Yeah. I mean, it had pretty good flank, pretty good coverage overall, but when you lose the smokes that early on and you're trying to push on to a site where you have no idea who could be on it and who can't be on it, you know, as you said, that one singular initiator, very limited information gained, you really need to rely on those smokes. And with Clove out so early on, there really was, it was pretty predictable that they would end up not holding down that site as well as they probably could have hoped.
Well, here's the question that you were asking is, like, what do they do now? It looks like it's just going to be a fast push through the garage. It's going to be Cypher util everywhere. A lot of damage dealt already. Flupa being on 82 health. They forced into this. They have stingers. And Samalot was just tucked in the corner. They weren't ready for it. Spike's going to go down on C, but it's a 5v3. Testing garage, the run and gun is not gonna find the pick. Vavita Soy, yeah, okay. Just gonna run through sight along with Sam Watt and Silent Spring, and that's everybody gunned down. So the force not working out. It's a tied game now, 7-7. The economy will not be that great for John Jay going to this next round. I don't really get the idea of forcing the issue. I understand that we are on Haven. It is an attack-sided map. You can kind of risk these things because it should technically be in your favor. But now that it didn't work out, it's kind of a disaster.
Yeah, especially with the economy. I was a little, they pushed that really hard. I feel that they try to get the spike down at all costs, and they lose a lot of players along the way, and then are not able to defend once spike is down. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to defend.
Well, a little bit of noise made towards window. I don't think Tropic was seen. Yeah, so his position not known. Simwa doesn't clear it, so that's going to be a Spectre gained for free. Raikou is through A, but the cam does spot them. Awkward dance here. They know Needle's around. Players are going to know that this is going to be the site to go to. And here comes the spike.
Spike planted.
Guys, just some Sheriffs and a Spectre for John Jay. This is the most favorable position they've been in this half. But an Outlaw might make that very difficult. Stun comes through, and here comes the Flood retake. Dart. See some players, but nothing in response. Everybody's playing off-site. They're waiting for Spike to be tapped. Shot comes through on the first. It finds one. T on from Stewards. Finds another, and it's just Noodle up in heaven. So the post plant, solid. And unconventional way to get around on the board. I guess it's no harm, no foul, but
Yeah, no. I mean, I thought right there specifically, Breach was very useful. Even though Brooklyn didn't win there, I think that the Breach really showed a difference with the stuns and the flashes, as what could have happened, I suppose, if they did play out or if they pushed those players who were stunned and or blinded, which they just didn't do.
It didn't work out this. Oh, okay. Raikou just gets away with a bit of an awkward peek. There's two looking at the long angle, but just nothing happening. You do have the attack Outlaw in hand, trying to prevent this player from Seward going forward. Crouch hold from Vita Soy, and it's solid.
I
Up on
know
10 health.
exactly where you are.
That's going to know that everybody is on A. They're going to see the rotates coming through, but it's going to be seeing what they do off of this. Cypher is inserted on A, can come back here as an option. They're going to hear all the rotates off. A holding the entrance of B. I think they're going to call back either B or A here. They know everyone's gone. You can hear the rotates towards C. And they're right. It's going to be this A site where they end up. Good calling in the IGL of Brooklyn. Or sorry, John Jay. Okay, Jakey is
30
noted.
seconds left.
A little bit of a swing and duck back out.
Shot down.
You just saw the first one here, just gonna get some shock damage down. That's very good. Dart not seeing anybody, and here comes the flood to retake.
One enemy remaining.
Off site, you see the Jakey knocks or Tropic just find everyone. Okay. The guns doing a lot of work here, preventing all the util to really do anything.
Yeah, John Jay just kind of baffles me, honestly, in this game. Like, I feel like every time I feel like they're at a disadvantage, or I feel that they're not gonna make this next round, they always pull something out, and I feel like they know this game, or at least this map, better than we think they do. And I mean, it's only a 2-round lead, but we're getting into later game, and that could really make all the difference.
Aggression towards garage. Already taken some forward space. It's a flood into grass. But C is already taken. Spike is going down. So the ideal scenario here. Roller spotted. Flippa dinked. Down to 5 HP. He was able to do a lot with the same exact amount of health last round. Jakey. Oh, he's stuck. What can he do? He finds one.
One enemy remaining.
It's up to Noodle. Flip is on barely anything whatsoever. This Outlaw could do a lot of work, but with time ticking down, a spike going to go off. Maybe a rifle can be recovered, but that's all they'll really get out of this one. So it's John Jay finding a third in this half.
Yeah, pretty solid post plant. Despite the damage being done, having Jakey be positioned so far down was definitely a surprise to Brooklyn. But I mean, overall, did them a pretty decent amount. I think he was able to find 2, despite being positioned so aggressively down long, C long there. I think they have a very unorthodox way of playing, as I believe you said earlier, and it just is taking Brooklyn by surprise. Sometimes it doesn't work out, as perhaps it's a bit too unorthodox, but they know how to make it work, and Brooklyn doesn't seem to know how to fully combat it either.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I'm really curious on what this timeout is going to bring. I can't really tell what's going wrong here for Brooklyn. I mean, one thing is kind of showing up for me, and that's the team is blowing through Muddy. He's the one fragging out and finding all these kills. Silent has been aptly named this game, I would say, with only 3 on the board. And all this initiator utility does not work if your duelist and other players cannot find anything off of it. If they cannot find the picks from the chaos that you're creating, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that initiators, even when they are holding the grunt of the work here, can't do everything. No player can do everything, and you're right, they are relying a bit too much on Muddy right now.
Dash goes through backside. It's going to be C for free once more. They have the Rolling Thunder, which maybe was the call here. Double pressure on the flank. Again, Jakey just finding one where he had no business to get any, and Tropic is holding it. These knives just ripping and tearing through everyone. John Jay cannot be stopped right now.
Yeah, just a totally aggressive play there by John Jay, and just everyone holding everyone's angle, having that right there. I mean, they were playing off each other, you know. Once Jakey went down, their Cypher was there and getting to trade that back out, and it really helps, I feel. Right now, John Jay is pretty much in the zone. They know what they're doing. They know exactly how to play, and they've got Brooklyn's number.
They really do. All right, well, Silverdart is going to note player positions on both sides. Raikou is stunned up. Won't be able to go forward on A, so a little bit of time bought. cause John Jay to think just a little bit, and this is, I think, a positive change. So they've kind of just gotten sight for free these past couple of rounds. Raiku's getting really aggressive. You're just taking all the liberty in the world to walk up a long.
Deploying drone. Enemy
Here comes the
back.
drone. It's gonna see Raikou. And away they go. Still have full sewers control. Not really worried about this push back. Jump spot's gonna see Lee. Silent, quiet play. Raikou finally making noise, and it's going to be towards B. They go. Samon able to find one, finds a
30
second.
seconds left.
Huge opening.
Spike down. B.
The lead
One
finds two
enemy
of their
remaining.
own, and now it's just Bot Jakey once more coming through when it matters. Finding these picks. Clove is going to go down. Muddy is
Cage triggered.
going to be found just based on the trip going down. Has some time to reposition. Playing with a little bit of disinformation here. Goes all the way back through CT, trying to at least isolate this 1v1. Jakey's aware of it. Close smoke is at the perfect time, and Jakey
Not work out our differences.
finds a third.
Match point.
Look, Jakey's just been, I would say, the main reason why they're finding so much success in this attacking half. I know not top frag, to be
Right.
clear, but been holding down flank, been finding these really forward aggressive positions, and getting away with bloody murder, man. I mean, just so many situations where it's a 2v1, 3v1, and just finding one or two for absolutely no reason. And that's gotta
I
be
totally agree.
It's super aggravating for Brooklyn. And outside the pistol round and the bonus,
Here.
yeah, it's just been falling flat here for Brooklyn, and they're trying to be aggressive once more. The drone gonna find Vita Soy, and the shorty from Raikou once again doing a lot of work. Okay, no way, Noodle, please, finally able to find it. Neural theft also going to everybody's at. Muddy has a good timing. He has two.
Spike down.
Might finally be the round. The flash. Raikou tucks. Was the shorty gonna go aggressive, but it doesn't work out. Backs against the wall. They find something out of nothing. Just some
Yeah.
patient, solid play.
Yeah. I was gonna say, last round, John Jay had that sort of slow push that they hadn't had in a couple rounds, and I think it took Brooklyn off guard. And this time around, Brooklyn just decided to take the fight to them. And while it hasn't really worked too well in the past, I think they worked together really well and were able to kind of pinch John Jay in a situation where they really didn't know how to combat.
Oh, silent. Winner want that shot back. I have no idea how they weren't able to hit there, but Vita Soy does find the trade. But that operator being gone, I mean, that's kind of a disastrous scenario.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
Have taken garage space to destroy the trip. It's gonna pull some rotates over towards C. I think it's all a ruse. I think B is probably gonna be where things end up. Or it's gonna re-hit back to A. Either way, they're posturing towards that side of the map. Oh, good kill from Lee. Vitasoy down. Tropic. Playing with the idea of pushing through B here. Samawat's aware, but now that the wire goes down on C, I mean, no choice but to leave. Tropic
30
find this
seconds left.
timing, though.
Spike planted.
You want to play? Let's
All
play.
very risky. Here comes the op and the shock straight up. So the defuse is going to be a bit of a pesky situation. Smokes go down for retake, but they're not ready for the Clove to be where they were.
One enemy remaining.
Tropic finally comes through B. It's going to wrap things up. And John Jay pull it back from being being down pretty aggressively early, into kind of having a dominant first map here on Haven.
100%, 100%. They had a bit of a rocky start there, but were really able to just pull it right back. And I mean, once they had that, I think it was round 8, they really just didn't give up too many rounds after that. It was pretty consistent, pretty solid. I think they gave up 2 or 3 rounds in total after that. So I think the one thing that I've noticed, especially on the attacking side, that John Jay was good at is they were really good at isolating those 1v1s and then I guess just outgunning their opponents. Especially towards the end there, they had a lot of times in which they split up and were able to get a 1v1 and just win those gunfights.
Yeah, I think you're correct. The guns were the defining factor in this FPS that we all love and call Valorant. I mean, a lot of complaints about utility lately, but John Jay just going back to their roots. We just shoot better than you, and therefore we win. And that's exactly what happened. The duelist from Brooklyn, Silent, might need a little bit of a warm up because a very quiet first game for them. I am hoping that as we go through this relatively long series, that they're able to get a little bit more involved, a little bit more confident, because they were, I think, severely missed in that first game.
Yeah.
And if that performance continues, I don't know if we're going to be here for very, very long. But we'll find out. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. We'll get to map 2. It looks like it will be split, so it will be a banger. And I'm excited for it.
Me too.
And we're here on map 2. We got split. It was John Jay who kind of dominated that first map, but now we're going back to our more defensive look here. Split is a defense-sided map. We have agent select underway, and I'm already seeing the Vise locked in for John Jay. I think probably the most dominant Sentinel in the game right now. I'm also seeing the Sky, a bit of a throwback pick, was kind of the meta back in the day. Meanwhile, we got the new meta. Show it out here for Brooklyn College with the Tejo Breach. A deadly combination, a deadly duo that just kind of unlocks the map wherever you want. So I'm excited to see how these two match up once again. And this time, it's Raikou. Wait, it was Raikou on the no, there was Lee on the Clove last time. So switching up, who's playing what? It's Raikou locking in the Clove and Lee on the Rays.
Yeah, but we're still seeing the Clove, which, I mean, is a little unorthodox, but I mean, to be your only smoke on split. But I mean, they do have this sort of, I don't know, it's just once again having this double sentinel comp up here. Just very curious about it. And now they don't have the Jet to do a double op, so I mean, I wouldn't necessarily choose Jet over Raze on this map, but it's just strange to see how they have this sort of unorthodox setup here.
Yeah, I am curious. Typically, when you have Chamber on this map, he's responsible for locking down mid with that operator, and then you have Clove. I guess it's not normally Clove; it's normally Omen locking down B. But with this double Sentinel setup and a different look, I'm curious to see how they will set up from the start. And here's the Tejo Breach, just completely taking over ropes. It's Lee left on barely anything, and will get taken down. So there you go. You can already see the deadly combination netting so many positive gains. But Flupa locking things down in ropes causes disaster. This early 2-man lead is eradicated. We're just down to 2 on the side of Brooklyn College. Both on site. Vise Util out. This fight towards heaven is crucial, and Tropic able to win it. They struck the gold mine at the start of the round, but it doesn't seem to matter. John Jay carrying the momentum from the first map and find a way back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just immediately, you had that sort of bit of an uneasiness at the start when they pushed mid and just kind of got rid of 2 players there, but I mean, both players were able to get, I guess, not both players, but Lee was able to get a little bit of damage done, which really helped out and got them to ultimately win the game round.
Yeah. Oh, and here comes that the outlaw in rope, like I mentioned, and it's shotguns from the Rays. All things that you love to see. This map can be quite fun at times. Very frustrating to break into, and this mid play completely shut down right away.
My camera is destroyed.
Camera taken down. Raikou's position will be seen, but it's a little late at this point in time. Noodle with only 8 health left. There's a rifle inside of vents,
Spike down.
and everybody fallen. It's just muddy. Side of A main, or sorry, B main, with a frenzy. And we're just again seeing this aggressiveness continue from John Jay, and they like to play this aggressive comp. You can tell it's what they were looking
30
for.
seconds left.
And look at the forward positions. I mean, everything is accounted for. They have an idea of where Muddy is. Orb was grabbed, so once he peeks this, it's probably all but wraps. The crouch peek.
10 seconds left. Flawless.
That's a bit of work, but it's still a flawless round at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it a little bit before, but there is a seemingly pretty heavy reliance on Muddy, or at least that we saw last game. And really, you can't rely too much. Util can be perfect. You can be the best initiator you can be, but if you if your team does not play off of your util, the information that you gain, there really isn't anything you can do. You can't win a game with util alone.
No, you really can't. And they're looking back in this mid play once again. It's just so much. The paint shell's down. There's a shotgun right behind Silent, if he even dares to push it. And Ropes is also covered by Flupa. I mean, they're just so ready for this. Util is baited out. Oh, Silent does find Flupa. Vita finds Lee, and now suddenly, a very chaotic round, but they're able to get through. This plant will go down. It's only Jakey left standing. With Outlaw in hand, there's not much hope.
Out of charges.
Just looking for any gun to pick up maybe, or this late lurk mid, but it just doesn't seem like there's anything to find.
Teleport's ready.
Maybe opting to just play for exits at this point. Try to pick up a rifle if you can. But with all of, yeah, I mean, okay, let's find one. Nice shot there, but it's all they're gonna find.
Yeah, I mean, again, you do want to kind of get rid of those guns when you can. You know, maybe put some pressure on that economy, but not great. Not a perfect round there for, not a good round there for John Jay. Not really sure what happened. I guess some sort of tides were turned in mid as they were pushing. Not the mid push hadn't been working out in the favor of Brooklyn, but I guess they just keep going.
And they managed to break it through. The op is in mid, but had to go off through that flash, and it's just Silent running straight through. Found Lee and they thought it was open, but it wasn't. And again, with all this Vise util, no choice but to back up. They're still positioned towards B.
Teleport's ready.
But the operator's here now. Jakey's ready for this. Can swing. Oh, the timing's just taken as everybody goes down in mid. And they're worried about A. And it's the wrong call.
Cover going out.
Flash used from Tropic as well. But now the breach stun and missiles will confirm that B is where they're going. Drone through, doesn't see anybody on site. Spike is going to go down.
Spike planted.
And in this 4v2 with the sorry, not the Armageddon, the Annihilation. I can't remember. One of the two. The tail in hand. The call, probably just to save. That's exactly what they're going to do. You can see Tropic already all the way on A, and Jakey making his way over. It's another big round here coming out from Brooklyn. It's all off of that that win in the fight in mid. They found two, able to break the hold on B. And that's all it took.
Yeah. And that's really is all it takes sometimes to turn the tides in these games. Just a bit of luck, or the difference of one kill or more. I mean, I think the save was a pretty good call there. If they weren't so worried about A, they probably could have made a bigger dent or perhaps won that round. But at where they were, the save for the operator and the rifle was probably the best choice they could have made instead of pushing out there.
Jakey, differently this time around, trying to hold things down on B. And they already pushed through mid entirely. Flare, Tropic, finding one, still able to dodge all of that utility. Stun, missiles, you name it. Still has a lot more to do. Finding two is more than enough, especially with Flupa from Evan. Finding two of his own. Raikou and T or Elliot already through on flank.
Buried. Where is
Noodle
everyone
making
hiding?
this one competitive, making it interesting. See where everybody's positioned. He dropped down, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, ooh, that was a quick shot there. Jakey was either ready for that or has incredible operator skills there. I mean, if you main chamber, you kind of have to. So you assume that they do, but
This is a nice
I
spot.
mean, overall pretty good round. They pretty solid on A here, able to avoid all that util as you said, and still manage to follow up and get more kills.
was spotted with the cam. So we again see this push through mid. It's Raiku's gonna be already pushed against this box. I say I'm not gonna know. And the answer is absolutely not. Same protocol from last round. That's positive results once more, but it's Fluka taken out in heaven. Okay, they're just never checking their corners. If Lee finds another, has to run the hell out of there. Now let's get away at the last second.
Spike planted.
But Spike will go down. Jakey finding Noodle. It's a 2v3. And it's a judge. In elbow. A Vandal.
All missiles away.
Holding back sight. Missiles will slow things down for just a moment. We're gonna hear Jakey. The other players coming out from fence. Spotted. Flash is good, but it's on Muddy. Or not Muddy, sorry. Vita Soy, and it's just not gonna happen.
Thanks.
Oof.
Those
Yeah,
Rajay,
yeah.
They're finally finding a response.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I guess one game with Brooklyn was enough for them to sort of understand their play style, because John Jay has been much more consistent with getting these defuses. You know, once sight has been given up and Spike is down, they are able to retake pretty confidently. Unlike last game on Haven, where they were kind of struggling with that, at least at the beginning. But this time they are able to give up sight at times. They're also able to fight for sight at times. I feel like they have a pretty solid defense now and are getting and pretty much finding their groove in it.
Here comes this fight through mid once again. This time they're against Stingers and Judges. Might get a little bit messy. Raikou does find the first, and Jakey good with the op for the second. Now the gas is being pushed forward. The flash is good, but Flupa nails Raikou out. The lurk from Noodle does find one, but the spike is in no man's land. I mean, there's really no chance. Anything can happen. Everybody playing tucked in away. Can I hear Flupa on Rove in Invent? Cam is going to make a lot of noise, though, so now they know. And for Noodle, I think save has to be called.
Yeah.
Keep the Vandal, and then that's exactly what they're doing.
I mean, in that 1v3 situation, there isn't really too much you can do.
And clearly, John Jay feels great about their economy because they're just wasting utility
Yeah, you
right
too.
now.
Yeah, on their own teammates. But
10 seconds left.
pretty good round by John Jay overall. They really seem to understand that mid fight and how often Brooklyn seems to want to take that fight. And they are pretty good at winning it. I mean, pretty consistently overall. I think they lost it once, but John Jay is pretty solid on this map. I'm not sure whose map pick this was, but I would be willing to believe that it was John Jay.
And there's a timeout coming out from Brooklyn. And there was a few timeouts called by them last map. Didn't really result in anything too positive. So I'm really curious on what they're saying to each other. We get back into things.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty used to seeing timeouts really flip the script, but this game they really haven't done all too much, I don't think. I mean, they've called. I believe Brooklyn was the only people who called timeout last game too. I guess having these conversations, just trying to come up with a new strategy as they haven't won a round in a little while and are down by 3 rounds right now. Sometimes just got to call it. Take a little break, have a little reset, try and disrupt that momentum.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just a confidence thing, and you can clearly see that John Jay is playing with confidence. Focus is still looking like it's going to be towards mid, and I mean, Raiko and Lee have just caused so many problems. And now with the showstopper coming out, it's going to cause even more. It's 2 are found, and a 3rd as well. It might be the ace for Lee.
Spike down mid.
Another one falls. Last player position not known. It's Noodle standing once again. It's going to be seen by Raikou. Just baiting out. And letting Lee find it. Terrorizing mid the entire time and finally getting an ace off of it. I mean, Lee has put on a show on this raise. The Clove player from map 1, by the way.
Yeah, and here we are really seeing a difference between the two duelist players here. Lee might have been playing Clove and may not main a duelist, or maybe they all kind of flex here, but there is still a very clear difference, as Silent has played duelist both rounds and both games, and there's still just very much a difference in player.
Yeah, it's a lack of impact, and it does hurt, but I mean, as a duelist, either you gotta be the guy finding all the picks, or you just gotta be the guy willing to die to make that space. And right now, it just doesn't seem like Silent's able to do much of either. And again, they're contesting this mid, and it's just not working. I mean, everyone falls again. Raikou and Tropic find 3. It's just dry. I feel so bad, but it's Noodle all alone once more.
Than yours.
Able to find 1, but hearing 1 on the flank. Maybe finding a few more than he should have, but again, I don't really think that John Jay care about their lives or the economy. They're just playing with so much confidence. They're just disrespecting.
Yeah, no, at this point they're kind of just messing around. I mean, they have a 5-point lead, a 5-round lead, but I mean, ooh, that was a little risky there at the end.
Do a little bit of trolling. Just a little bit of trolling.
Yeah, I mean, there is this consistent going and trying to contest mid, trying to get down B main, and it's just not working. But they keep trying time and time again.
Rolling Thunder is gonna come out. Jakey does find the timing still. And Silent once again just not able to do much of anything in this round. And you can also see the lurk through mid has already come through. Aggression, finding so much. Muddy, yeah, trying to stand, but it just does not matter. It's players everywhere. They have no space on the map, and it's just unrelentless.
Yeah.
I just feel so... I don't know. It's very, very tough, but it just looks like Brooklyn is outclassed here.
Yeah, definitely. I feel it may also be... I think I say this a lot whenever I'm casting, but I feel it may be a teamwork issue here. John Jay seemingly are able to have these moments in which they play off each other, where Brooklyn really can't seem to play off their util.
That's a different look, though. It's going to be a full force fight towards A. They are able to find the first pick. the showstopper towards heaven. Silent is just not finding anything. Dives to the thorns. And that actually allows the Steel Garden to come through. It's just the secondaries left. Tropic is traded. A 3v3. Never mind. Take it back. Noodle's gone.
This is how it ends.
Oh, there comes the Armageddon. It's going to push people towards site, towards this Bucky. But what is it going to do? Samalot finds one. It's a trade. It's up to Lee and Samalot. And it's Lee. Was there really any question? The duelist just continuing to rip and tear through everyone.
Yeah, with how Lee's been playing today, has been pretty incredible overall.
Last round before
But
the
I
switch.
mean, even at the beginning there, where it was a little bit messy, a little bit worrisome, we're going into the last round of the half, and we're seeing 3 operators. Not sure how that's gonna play off, or if this is.
Look, this is a statement being made right now by John Jay, and the statement is clearly, we are better than you, and we're gonna just try to rub that in your face a little bit more. And here comes the first shot, and it's good. Tropic finds the first. They're still considering pushing forward here. I don't think they're ready for a little bit more. Fupa swinging up from high, finds another. They're trying to push towards
One enemy remaining.
ramp, but Tropic with
Spike down
3, a
A.
collat with the operator. And Noodle, no chance in hell. It's a 10-2 half, and it's just
Ooh,
Switching
it's
sides.
brutal out
dirty.
there.
Yeah, it's brutal out here, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, that is. I honestly thought there'd be a little more pushback there with the 3 operators, and
Oh, this is a
I
nice
was
one.
completely wrong.
yeah,
Oh, I mean, I gotta pose the question again. You know, with this double sentinel comp, I wonder how their attack half is gonna go. With a little bit of reliance on those operators, not as much as they did last time. You gotta wonder.
yeah. Well, I'm not too worried. If I had
No.
to be honest with you, I think Lee could probably just like do it themselves at this point. I'm not 100% sure. You got the Vise lurk. Keep smoking mid. Flupa dogging through, and duo of Lee and Raikou continue to just push on forward. And it's dirty. Raikou finds one. Lee finds another. It's all of heaven gained. They're actually going to fall back here. Go back towards this B site. Take what they think is open. Cypher is set up on this site here, but they are finding the trips. They are finding the cam. And Flupa's finding a timing towards spawn. And why the hell not?
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh, it's too clean. It's too crispy.
It is. Oh, they. John Jay really knows what they're doing right now. They have got Brooklyn's number, and Brooklyn cannot defend against them. I mean, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a very long time since they've won a round, and they only have 2 on the board right now. And we're getting closer and closer to the end.
I mean, you have to force if
Yeah.
you are Brooklyn College right now. But how much is it gonna matter? I really don't know. Raiku's forcing up a Phantom here. But here comes the Breach Util. This might find a few. Never mind. It's a judge. It's Lee. What am I even saying? Like, I shouldn't doubt it. It's just gonna work out. Everything. John Jay College touches is turning into gold, but anybody can make something happen. Was the start player in this first game, but
Spike
Tropic,
planted.
yeah, shutting that one down quick. It's Spike down on site. Both players remaining for Brooklyn College stuck in ropes, and I mean, there's just no way back into it. The Phantom holding
Last player standing.
one side, the judge on the other. Samuel with a nice flick, but left on a few points of health. I mean, might not even get out with the Phantom. Yeah,
It's
they
a
won't.
shame you had to die,
It's shaky.
but you're not
Just
part of my
so aware.
adventure.
Ooh, yeah.
Point.
I mean, it's just a bloodbath after bloodbath at this point. Even when you think the tides may change or something may go in the favor of Brooklyn, it doesn't. John Jay is able to combat pretty much everything they throw at them. Like, even when things seem a little tough or seem like maybe Brooklyn gets a little bit of an advantage, you just have John Jay brings it right back on their side. I mean, they know exactly where to go, exactly what to do, and exactly how to combat Brooklyn.
This time they're trying to just lock down mid, but it's a judge ripping down towards our hopes, and it's Muddy on the receiving end of it, and
One
Tropic.
enemy remaining.
Oh my gosh.
Killed my copy.
Okay, we'll sign on with the judge of their own. I mean, winning up that battle, it might be the... Maybe it's just finding... Never mind, it's over. It's wrapped. It's
Attackers
dusted.
win.
It's a 13-2.
Ooh.
On what I can only assume was the pick of Brooklyn College. By the way, I know you said it was
Yeah.
probably
Just based on how comfortable they were, but based on
like how things should have gone. This might be a 3-0. Wes, I know I'm not supposed to call things early, but I just
Oh.
there's
It's hard. It's hard in this situation.
if I speak, I will be in trouble. That is all.
Mhm.
So let's take 5. We'll get to map 3 in just a couple of minutes, and we'll see what these two teams bring in store. Maybe, just maybe, Brooklyn College will find a way back into things.
Yeah, maybe a foothold. All they need. One game, turn the tides.
All right, it's map 3, and I'm hoping for something different here. But we're on Lotus. It's a 3-side map. We already saw what John Jay did on Haven, and I don't know if it will be that much different. But we're seeing the Breach and Tejo back once again. It's the Omen back once again. It's the Rays back once again. The only change here is the KJ, which a little bit better on Lotus, but I don't even know if that's like necessarily the best pick, because you have the Vise that Tropic brought out in the last map and really just ripped and tore through everybody. And
Yeah.
Jakey on, I guess, the patented chamber at this point, because it's just been perfect for him.
Yeah, and I think that you can get a lot of use out of Chamber on Lotus. I know he's not usually like the typical pick. He's not part of the meta, I don't think. But I mean, I have personally gotten a lot of use out of Chamber on this map, and I think that someone like Jakey can really cause some damage here.
I think you're right. That could definitely be good for them, and I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. I want this to be a good series. I want this to be a good map, but
Yeah, I worry too. I mean, you want it to keep going, you know, you want to keep playing, but based on past performances, the you know, how Haven went and especially how Split went, you gotta be worried.
a little bit. But you know, it's time for Brooklyn College to change the narrative, and it's gonna start with them just finding a free A site, because everybody else is pushing through B. It's a fast flank. It's Raikou missing his first 2 shots, but it's Muddy with the util out. Only we flip the map here, and Tropic through stairs is gonna cause some problems. Silence being able to find it. It's the right clicks of Vita Soy, and they're gonna find the pistol. Okay,
All right.
bold strategy from John Jay to open things up, but better for it is Brooklyn College.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the plan was there. Having no one on A, I mean, I get the bold push. I get, you know, pushing out from all sides, but I feel that you have to have at least someone on each site. You know,
Yeah.
even if you're gonna be pushing it, at least have someone there to deter them. But as you said, all the better for Brooklyn. Yeah, one through the smoke with the ghost.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Oh, it's a judge. It's Raikou with the judge, guys.
Spike planted.
Spike is down, but it's a 3v3. I lied. Tropic taken out from drop. They're gonna swing off of the aftershock. The Flupa, deadly. One tap with the Sheriff.
Last player standing.
Flupa, no way. Okay. Flupa on site. It's Silent Spring back site. Silent Spring has been pretty quiet all series long, and that's going to continue to be the case as they are taken down. So, okay. Anti-eco, not one here for Brooklyn College. It's John Jay getting right back into things.
Yeah,
I believe they bought up a little bit into it, right? So
yeah, it's just gonna make the climate that much harder this next round to get it, especially with John Jay pretty much buying in full, as they should. I don't know how Brooklyn's gonna combat this though.
yeah, I am curious. I mean, they don't have that many guns behind them now, just a couple of pistols.
I mean, hey, they won their pistol round. Maybe pistols are their game.
Oh, that's Raikou. And he gets away as well. Outlaw finding the first. Zenwa does find bot Bakey. That should be free C site.
Last player standing.
Never mind.
Spike down. C.
If they could get to the C site, maybe it would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, Lee is just kind of doing this all the time at this point. Taking everyone out, taking everyone down. So that doesn't do that, Noodle. I don't know about that one.
What was the plan there?
You know, the Flash, the KJ Flash. You didn't
Oh,
know?
all right, all right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember. I remember now with
yeah,
the new update,
yeah,
the new patch.
yeah. She was like really weak, so they decided to. Dude.
You know, I think KJ would be a lot better with flashes, honestly.
Probably a little bit too strong.
I mean, solid round by John Jay.
Here.
Able to really act on that intel.
Yeah, they are continuing to do what they do best. Wow, this one is traded. Raikou finally punished for what was half a second,
Down
and
B. One enemy.
oh
remaining.
my gosh, Lee is just so crispy, so clean. Spike is down, and they're just pushing through aggressively. They have again no respect
No,
for
not
this
at all.
squad. They're just, man, they're swinging everything. They don't really care. They don't think they can be beat. And you know what? Who can say that they can?
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
haven't lost. They just haven't lost a gunfight.
They really haven't. I think. I mean, if it's down to a battle of skill, if it's down to a 1v1 gunfight, I mean, if we had an ISO here, to ult, I feel like it would go the way of John Jay every time, as it has basically been going.
Again, there is a way back in here for Brooklyn College. I think their util in general has been good. They've had good ideas, but when you have Raikou just dashing forward with knives, okay, you know, it gets a little bit weird. It gets uncomfortable. They are through onto this east site. Everybody's tagged up a lot. They do have a two-man advantage, so this might finally be the round they get back.
Spike planted.
But Flippa finds Stu before going down, and now
enemy
suddenly
remaining.
it's a 2v3. Now a 1v3. Lee is going to go ahead and pop the ult. Being chased down is
Player
stunned.
standing.
Yeah, not able to find Silent Spring. Silent Spring finding 3 in this round. Big from them. These 1v1s can be isolated here. Tropic, I mean, they have to fight him.
One enemy remaining.
No!
Oh.
Okay. Timberwolf ran out of bullets, switched to the Sheriff, and somehow makes it out with 5 health left.
I do believe Tropic ran out of bullets there too, and I think that's really what saved.
Yeah, that would have been the round of Valorant of all time if somehow, some way, Brooklyn College lost that. I guess it would have just been kind of a, I don't know, it just kind of.
That would have been a morale damper.
I mean, the morale is already gone. I mean, let's be honest here. It's Brooklyn College trying to find a way back into things, but
It's not over.
it's not over till it's over, and it's not over because Silent Spring had suddenly decided to figure out how to shoot their gun. They're fighting back,
Yeah.
and they found a couple of picks in the last few rounds. I mean, better late than never. The duelist from Brooklyn College starting to flex their muscles just a little bit. The showstopper comes through, be able to trade, standing in the Armageddon, but gunned down by Noodle. It's a 2v3 retake. They have the lockdown if they so choose. This should be very much favored for Brooklyn College. Jakey is scaling up with this operator. Vitasoy in the off angle. Gonna see the barrel, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And here it is. We're even.
Yeah, it's all tied up. Maybe the confidence got a bit too, got a little bit cocky there by John Jay. Gotta remember that they're in this, Brooklyn's in this fight for a reason. You know, he might have won the last two matches, but just you gotta keep going. It's not over till it's over.
See if they can continue. Or not. With this momentum that they have gained, they find this man through the smoke and swoop it down. It's bot. Jakey with the operator. Training it right back out. Call is to rotate over towards C though. The Vi setup is here. That's going to be info gained. They know that they're there. The wall isn't tripped, but they are going to pop the thorns a little bit prematurely. Just slow things down. Drone going through backside, but nobody's home. Homa is isolated. just Samalot. Tropic, unable to find anything with the sheriffs. Smoke's fading. Operator in the hands of Jakey. What can you do? Can you find the plant? You do. Mike is down.
C.
Reach peaks. Peak is not hit. The flash goes through. Jakey's still alive, but Lee goes down. We know where Raiku's at, but only a shorty. I mean,
Last
not
player
much
standing.
really possible.
30 seconds left.
Okay, almost, almost. But hey, look at that. Couple of rounds in a row. Brooklyn College.
Yeah, yeah. They're bringing it back. I mean, they're doing better than they did last game.
They got more rounds than they did last game or map.
Yeah.
So like, it's
Got double it.
double it. Yeah.
So, I mean, could be a confidence booster, could be a bit of a morale booster. They're still in it. I mean, Silent is at the top of the leaderboard. I think that's pretty impressive for Silent. You know, finding it again, as you said, better late than never. And it might be the third game, but they're certainly making an impact right now.
Mateo drone. Going to find the jet. Okay, the range on that is a little bit disgusting, no?
Mm-hmm.
All the way from back mound and towards back site. Force the jet off. And there comes the Rolling Thunder. Sun hits, but Raikou is out. It's gonna be a 5v5 retake. Have the Seekers to use on the side of John Jay to make things a little bit easier. The double op makes retake a lot harder, and okay, talking about disrespectful. Brooklyn College finally taking a fight towards John Jay. Was able to find the first of many that they need to get back into this round. Yeah, they find Noodle. Pushed up through Waterfall, so now they're able to regroup. It's a 2v3, but time is ticking down. They're going to go into this, though. They think that they can win it. There goes the Seekers. Position's noted, but it's muddy. Holding strong.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, Brooklyn's bringing it back. It's like, what is that, 4 or 5 rounds in a row now?
I believe 4 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, they found what works for them on this map so far, and I mean, John Jay hasn't really been too able to combat it now that they've kind of found it. I think they're still playing as if it's split again, but they should be playing like it's Haven.
Okay, op. Sorry, Marshall. I bet might as well be an op in the hands of Lupa. Does find that shot on the Noodle, but what more can he do? This is on the second swing here. It's Device stuck back sight. The fake teleport to just pull some audio away. Oh, the Stinger finds the first, finds the second. Dropping 2 huge picks. Lupa with another. It's all up to Sam. Oh my goodness. All right, yeah, it was up to Sam a lot, but JT just from downtown slams it in his face. Just domes him.
Yeah, I mean, Jakey knows how to use that util. Chamber, I'm assuming a Chamber main at this point. Only been exclusively using Chamber and doing a pretty good job. I mean, having those teleports, those TPs exactly where they need to be, knows how to get out of these situations, and stopping the momentum right now for Brooklyn, and maybe turning it back in the favor of John Jay.
A gift.
So it's 5-4 in favor of Brooklyn College right now. Had a lot more life in them this map than we've seen in a while.
They found my trap.
Last time I was on the broadcast, it was a reverse sweep for Columbia College in grand finals of the Titans division. So we've seen a few things this season already. Anything is possible. And with Noodle finding 2 picks on this lurk, it may open up here. It depends on how this fight mound goes.
Last player
Get one, but it's not enough. It's up to Jakey. And the players are disconnected, but I don't know where he thinks this spike is going. I think he's trying to save. Because it's not C, it's not A. And he's trying to find Noodle we're committing back towards this fight, but they're just going to miss each other by a mile.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah, I think the call here is to save as he's across the map and in no rush to get back to the other side.
Yeah, I think that is the call, and the economy has been kind of messed up. They did invest in 2 ops 1 round and lose the round, so yeah, that's pretty tough. But again, success continuing to be found here. We need a tech pause, apparently. I don't know if we can do that. Can we? Hello? There we go. All right, so John Jay gonna need a second here. Probably just a couple of computer issues.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
But in the meantime, I mean, we got to talk about it. I, for one, was a big doubter. I was calling Brooklyn College, just completely out of this thing. But suddenly, they're on top right now, 6-4 in the half.
Yeah,
Looking
I mean,
really, really solid.
yes, Silent Spring coming right back with a vengeance right now. The only player in double digits, not too far off by Fupa, but I mean, definitely a much bigger change than we've seen them doing this entire game.
I mean, that might be. I mean, this is not true, but it's close to true. That might be more kills that Silent Spring has had in both maps combined so far, and that's not an exaggeration. Like Silent Spring has been silent
Yes.
and really not effective. Finally, a little bit of confidence restored, and it is starting to frag out and show off. Why this team is here. I mean, this is a 3rd and 4th place match in Division A. It's not easy to get here. So, Duelist player doing what they need, and the team looks reformed.
Yeah, I think I think even just one player makes such a big difference in this game. And that's really what's going on here with their duelist back in action, getting these kills, making that space. It's a huge confidence booster for the whole team, honestly.
It most certainly is. So hopefully they can continue to find dividends and succeed here. And it looks like it's going to be another fight toward Rebel. It's Jakey in an awkward position. They're going to jump spot him. He gets a little bit of damage off, but more importantly, gets away with his life. Noodle is so aware of this flank. And finds 2. Tropic left. Finally able to find it, but it's a little too late. It's going to take Jakey finding way too much value. Let's find the first, but it's 3 players up towards heaven, and he wasn't ready for it. And Tropic's gonna walk into. Everyone has the Steel Garden, but I just feel like at this point it's not worth it. I'm gonna look for exit frags, maybe. We'll get one for free, but that's probably all. Yeah, it is. Samuelot able to take them down. And they're continuing to do what they do best. They're finding some more rounds on this attack side. We are on Lotus, so again, it's an attack-sided map. This is, expected if we were, competing with even teams.
Yeah.
The reason why that's important is because this matchup has been all but even up to this point.
Definitely. I think that, I mean, as far as things go, 4 rounds on Lotus or Haven even is not too bad for defense. But I am just curious to see how they will fare on attack.
And able to get Rebel control. Not Rebel control, sorry. Yes, Rebel control for free. Here come all the ults. Yeah, Steel Garden invested, but so is the lockdown. Samuelot taken out. Taken out 2 of the players from John Jay. Leah is behind though, able to find a good timing and a free pick. Bot Jakey with the operator, gonna find 1, but taken out by the showstopper. And drop, whipping, but finding the pick. Buddy just trying to play safe here. It's Leah that was on the flank, finally rejoining. Back from heaven. Flipa forced out and will go down to the Teo Rockets. Salute. Drops. Yeah, needs to find way more than they can get. The util good here. And it's a very good half indeed coming out from Brooklyn College. It's time to see what John Jay can do on their own attacking half. They need to do better than an 8-4 if they want to win it in 3 right now. Or at least match it to get it to overtime.
Yeah, this is not really the place you want to be if you're John Jay, and you definitely have to start bringing back the same sort of energy they had back in Haven. You know, have these 3 sites, have that defense ready, attack, ready, and just be got aggressive. I mean, Brooklyn hasn't been able to fully combat, you know, make those 1v1s as much as they have been in this game. So, assuming that's their plan.
They're starting off with a execute. That's right, go up and over the top in this back sight. And Noodle opting to play off this. Retake is going to be the call. There is a lurk. Cancelled. Okay, right click's coming through. Riku's up close. It's awkward. It's messy. Near sight goes down. Noodle finds the first. The flood through waterfall, but Cheeky.
One enemy.
Things up here. It's the only call with the smoke out and Fupa with the ghost spam. All right, well, pistol in favor of John Jay. First step they need back into this.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary there for a minute. Brooklyn had the numbers for a bit, but able to bring it right back. You see these aggressive pushes from John Jay, and usually they work, and they worked here too. But Brooklyn was sort of ready for it at this point. They've been playing this is the third game they've played with them so far, and they are slowly getting used to John Jay's playing style.
Here.
Damage done early, but nobody fallen just yet. Plant already making its way down.
Spike planted.
Onto the C site. Jakey ready for this flank, but I don't know if he's ready for 4 players. Well, it'll only be 1 because of the Vise wall. But he has no TP. He's just gotta run away. I can see Sam a lot in Waterfall, but I don't know if Jakey's ready for all of this. Oh, the stun, the rockets. It's messy. Jakey's down, but time is bought, and that's all he needed because Flupa is just taking everyone down with him. Pushing into this. It's a little bit scary, but you know, I think all rifles carried on through.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's a little messy, but when it works, I mean, you really can't complain. John Jay bringing it back, I guess 2 rounds in a row now, only 2 rounds down as opposed to their 4 rounds earlier, and probably feeling a little better. They're definitely, Brooklyn has not gotten used to the defense of a three site map yet, and I think it'll take them a little while longer to get back into it.
I've got your trail.
Alright, he's just dashing on through. Flupa finds the first. The blind Samawat. It's really messy. It's really chaotic, but it seems to be working. It's 1 HP on Noodle. He's got 4. It's gonna have to be an ace. With 1 health, I mean 1 health left. The alarm bot goes down. Or the third or whatever, I don't know. I mean, this tap is going to mean everything. Does Jakey just clear this beforehand? I don't think Noodle's aware it's going to be over. Okay, well.
Teleport's ready.
I don't think I felt enough stress. I don't think I felt stressed like that when casting. Ooh. I'm not even in the game and I felt that. That was scary. Having on 1 HP and... Ooh.
I mean, it was almost there. That was their buy round, though, so that It does hurt just a bit. It's a bonus one for John Jay, and now they're one round away from tying things back up. And this attacking half has been basically perfect. It does look like Tropic does DC though, so this round is going to have to be played out nice and slow. Sentinel player for John Jay is down.
I mean, they do have a spare, I guess.
I guess that's true. It looks like they might go back towards B with this. Again, it's all
Grenade is mine.
very carefully, and for good reason. It's Fupa out in the open, lined it up. Protocol is good. Samawat is better. This man is finally everybody through smokes.
Here.
A little bit of an asterisk on the round because of the DC by Tropic, but they don't know that.
30 seconds left.
1v5 pistol Tropic.
Yeah, I believe. 20 seconds left. Make it
Easy
happen.
ace.
Ten seconds left. Thrifty.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that disconnect probably really threw off their plan there.
Yeah, I mean, it most certainly does. It is a tech pause. I wonder what. I assume they're just going to respect the round, but
Right.
the router died. Oh boy. Well, this might be a more lengthy tech pause, so we may throw it to a break for now. We'll come back once everything is ready. Hopefully be able to wrap this one up. I mean, I'd love to be able to see through this series.
Fortunate timing for a tech.
I'm back. We're back.
You're
And
back.
the game is back. We are so back. I
We're
have
so
a
back.
pizza in front of me right now. So that was awesome. um, so apparently Tropic just needed to install Optifine.
Mhm.
You know, get sorry, router issues. But they're resolved now. We're fine. Everything's okay, and we're moving forward. Expecting the round at 7-9, and okay, Raikou is not slowing down whatsoever. It's Silent Spring and Vita Soy already taken down. And if he just played like this a round ago, it wouldn't have even mattered. He's also not stopping. He's pushing forward. He's going into spawn. He's finding
One
Muddy.
enemy remaining.
He's finding everyone. It's Noodle down 2, and suddenly we're on for the ace. It's just Samawat left standing,
Ooh.
and he finds it. Second ace for this John J. College squad. Second from a different person this time around. It's Raikou. Like we were making jokes about Tropic installing cheats, but you know maybe it was Raikou this whole time.
Yeah, that's just the decoy. Decoy, you know, the one who disconnects. You always suspect that one. You never suspect the one that was there the whole time.
Yeah, exactly right.
But solid round. I mean, really aggressive. I guess, you know, that long of a pause can really disrupt momentum as well, so.
Get out of my
Yeah,
way.
well, momentum is definitely going to be in the favor of John Jay now. Raiku's not slowing down. Already pushing on forward with the knives. Past everything is blinded, so we'll have to just take a little bit of a second to wait for things to go. Already take out Samawat. Just using that right click, but no gun. Just a shorty. So this might be a little tough. Yeah, okay, straight it out.
One enemy
That's all you can really ask for at that point. It's just John Jay all day. They're back to where they were before. It's about to be a 9-9 half. So move all the way over to A to ensure there's no world where Noodle can get back into things. Yeah, wall activates, so they know exactly where Noodle's at.
Trap destroyed.
And Jakey's playing like a rat behind his own trip, so, I mean... Okay. Hey. Double Sentinel setup is working very well to hold the flanks.
Yeah.
And we just had like 5 minutes of a timeout, but, you know, now we have a real timeout.
Yeah. You know, you just gotta break the momentum again. Second time, third time. I don't know. How many times did we stop this game? Yeah. Overall,
just
John
got
Jay seems
rolled.
to be back.
Yeah, I mean, they just got rolled for 2 rounds straight. John Jay is obviously very hot right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
their attacking half has been near flawless. They've lost 1 round. So I get the need.
Yeah.
But John Jay is trying to end this in 3. They're trying to end it quickly, you know, despite DCing and all the other issues. But
Yeah, new router seems to be working out for them really well.
mm-hmm. They got some ults to work with on the side of Brooklyn College. They have the Omen and Breach ult.
Yeah, I mean, the Omen ult is pretty good on defense just for getting across the map. I mean, especially in on a map with 3 sites, it could be useful, and I guess for information as well, but I mean, not too much you could do here with it.
It does look like the call is going to be stacked this C site and try to just overwhelm them. I wouldn't be surprised if they just decide to go forward with the Rolling Thunder and attack into this. They are hewing a couple of numbers, but no noise made. They actually just decide to play silently, hope that they push in, but somehow John Jay is just very aware of this. They're on to B, and I think alarm bells are ringing. I think they knew that the stack was there. And a footstep made towards Mound might actually just give away the entire plan. Tropic is finding so much space right now. They have to know.
Spike
And
planted.
now with the wall popping, I have an idea. Now it's just hold the site. That might be a little bit hard. The Rolling Thunder is very, very good on this B site. If they decide to invest it. Silent Spring just double satchling in, but it's Lee
Enemy remaining.
taking everyone down. And it's a flawless round. The stack not working out. John Jay
Yeah.
take a lead for the first time, I believe, this half, or this map.
Yeah. I mean, even with that stack, being spread out, being all stacked in one side, it's just
Out of charges.
Brooklyn just can't seem to get a full read on John Jay. I thought there, as John Jay was pushing C a bit, I thought that maybe they'd be walking straight into this trap, but as it turned out, they fully read it. They understood exactly where they were and were able to combat it pretty easily.
This time, Brooklyn College opting to just control Rebel.
Shadows traveling.
Gonna be the KJ turret broken on B. They're re-aggressing towards Rebel, in fact, and here comes the Ghoststopper from Silent Spring. It's not gonna be anything. It's gonna be a shorty kill from Raikou and Flupa trading out Vita Soy. So now looks like A site maybe the easy clear move. It's up to Sam Watt to try to lock things down. He's aware of the player on the flank, but it doesn't matter.
Refreshing. One enemy remaining.
And everyone following, and Lee needing to find this pick. Just not enough time. So it's up to Noodle in the 3v1.
Right, but at least still got that information.
Yeah.
Precise.
The cross wasn't good. Tropic isn't able to trade it out.
Thorns are alive. Launching thorns. Thorns activated.
So Noodles is calling the save here. Not enough time, too much utility. So it's gonna be 11 for John Jay. The Bloodhounds
Turn out.
inching closer and closer to this third place.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely dicey here if you're Brooklyn. I mean, you're not too far off. You're 2 rounds down. Overall, like, definitely still like you can come back from it. It's not that hard, but there just isn't. This is not a place you want to be. You're not comfortable. You don't know what could happen next, and especially with John Jay, if you can't find a way to stop this momentum and like break their stride and start up your own momentum, it's not good.
Yeah, you've seen what happens. I mean, it was a 13-2 map too, for that very reason.
Cover going out.
A lot of util invested towards Mound, but everything's already gone. The Steel Garden going to be used here. It's going to be a C-site game for free.
Spike planted.
Clearing out.
Here comes the Rolling Thunder. They're just going to push straight into it, though. Raikou gets traded out, but not before finding one. Flupa finding Silent Spring on the back end of things, and they know where everyone is positioned, but somehow the fights are good. Landed for Mound, but it doesn't matter. Much needed retake going the way of Brooklyn College, and huge response from them.
Yeah, this is definitely something they needed. They needed this. You know, if they hadn't lost there, it would have been match point, and they really couldn't afford to make mistakes after that. Right now, they really still can't afford to make mistakes. Try to keep their own momentum going and prevent John Jay from bringing it back.
Run is very pivotal here. I think the economy close to breaking. If they can get it, that would allow them to probably take a 12 to 11 lead if they can carry momentum through. Very much. And this might decide the map. And here we go. It's the judge from Raikou not finding the damage needed. Noodle alive with just 8 HP left. But the site is still gained. Oh, Flupa has to cancel the Dog, Trailblazer, do the aftershock. They don't know where the players are at. Here are a couple of Rebel. They don't know if anybody's flanked. They don't have the Seekers to give them that info. And now it's all 5 towards CT, and they're flooding on out. And they're winning their gunfights. They're taking everyone down. And Flupa, I mean, no world that's going to happen. So now, Brooklyn have a chance to win this. They do.
Yeah, they've tied it right back up.
You're just checking the economy. It is still full rifles, but you can see that John Jay. Actually, they're doing pretty all right. I lied. I guess the amount of rounds they won in a row, and way more of a horde to stand on than I originally assumed. You also have Raikou with the knives, so they will be able to save a little bit of money that way too. So no matter what, I mean, it's just going to be full guns, full fighting for the next 2 rounds, if it goes that far. Raikou's already through back sight. Following the Seekers with the knives, goes out to swing wide, but Noodle has been so big at these last couple of rounds. Jakey feeling the pressure from the Rebel players. And he does find one. The lockdown's already used.
Locating target. Drone is down. All missiles away.
Finding for Mound, but and the players, they're gonna be fought forward. Flashes are there. No stun. They're just sticking. They're just sticking. And Samalot just gets it for free. I mean, Flupa going to get away with their life, but it's highway robbery. And 1 round away.
Yeah, yeah, I mean...
It's either overtime or a map 4.
Yeah, Brooklyn really is in this fight. They do not want to lose this. They do not want this to end here, and they are fighting back pretty much as hard as they can.
You want to play? Let's
Foot of
play.
Fourth is used. Silent Spring tagged up and not down yet. This Rebel control has been so big from them.
Locating targets.
The last couple of rounds, I mean, they've just been able to pressure flank, hold this A site. This time, looks like Kanjay is going to try to fight forward into it. There's the aftershock, it's up and over. Vita finds one, but not before everybody else falls. So a good fight back from John Jay. They should have the A site now. See that everything is clear. It's actually all the ruse. Yeah, Muddy's not gonna find it. It's Flippa kind of stranded. Players are already all the way through on the other side. It's the same one finding Raikou though. It's a big pick.
Spike planted.
Spike is down on B, but anything is possible, especially if Tropic
Player
doesn't
standing.
find that kill. It's all up to Samawat now, though. Jakey with an op. It might be Don and Dustin. They have an idea that he is towards water. The first shot misses. It's all down to the 1v1. Flash through. Sound made. Smokes everywhere. Spike tapped. They can see it's not moving. He knows it's just a waiting game. Just a couple of seconds away. He's got a stick. Or it's over. He's missing. He could have held it. But it doesn't matter. We're going to overtime.
Wow. Just when I think this game cannot get any more stressful, they
Overtime.
pull it back into the most stressful situations they can get into. I mean, right there, just that 1v1 down to the wire, missing shots. Just... oof.
Seconds away.
Yeah, yeah, really. And it's still anybody's game at this point with this overtime.
What am I seeing on my screen right now, by the way? Do you see this? We're in overtime, and we have 2 ops.
Yep. Yep.
I
That
mean,
is
no shame, no fear on the side of John Jay. I don't get this.
well, it worked for them last time. Back in not on this map, but
First shot is good, and Silent Spring is down. But tree control gained. It's going to be a fast push into this A site. They're not slowing down for anyone. Samelot does find Flupa. The numbers are even. They see Tropic. It's going to be an ugly fight back here. He does manage to get one.
Down A.
Shaky finds Doodle. Oh!
Spike
Doesn't
planted.
find
Last player standing.
Samelot, but somehow gets away with their life. It's all up to Samelot once more. Zone smoke. Swings out wide. The lead. Safe hands. Name that we haven't really brought up the last couple of rounds. But I mean, was so influential in that map too.
yeah.
Switching sides. Match
I mean,
point.
John Jay is still playing as if this is not match point, as if they're not in overtime, as if they still have this lead. They have this confidence to them, and while it doesn't always work out for them, it's seemingly helping them at this point. Brooklyn is nervous. They know that the game is on the line here, and if they lose here, they're done. But John Jay is still holding on to their confidence, still holding on to their skill.
Back towards this aggressive rubble push. They'll have control of A main. They know that there's no noise there. They can hear everybody towards B and C.
One suppressed.
The rotations going to be pulled. These players are scared to go through this flank. With the trip and the wall, it makes it so tough. And that is the nice part about this double sentinel comp. Dash comes through. It's Raikou just pushing on forward and finding the entry frag. Noodle goes down. And so will the spike.
Spike planted.
Lupa's getting really aggressive here. Has the flash in hand. They can hear the footsteps. It's not clean.
Ooh.
In fact, Lupa goes down, and Muddy finding way more than they expected. But Raikou wasn't tagged up on the near side. Paranoia misses,
Enemy remaining.
but it does not matter. Three
Attackers
fall. All fall. And it's 3-0 for John Jay as they
Jay.
take this one home.
Ooh, yeah, that last round got really dicey here. I mean, Brooklyn really put up a fight in this last one. They did not want to go down, and they did prove why they were in this division, why they were in this fight at all. It might have been hard to see at the start. It might have been a bit rocky for them, but they really did put up a fight here and prove their worth, I feel.
Yeah, they battled back and they really pushed John Jay to the brink. But John Jay better on the day. They're going to take home this 3rd place. I think a little bit of hardware goes along with that. So congratulations to them. But for everybody at home, that's going to be the conclusion to our Valorant season. I believe that is all that we have for you. I'm excited to see what the fall brings. I'm excited to see what ECAC brings. As every single semester, they seem to level up their game, and so do these teams. Wes, it's been an honor. As always, had another fantastic season. And everybody at home, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. It means the world to both us and the players.
100%, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for co-casting with me.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be it, everybody. Thank you again once again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next fall.